Hara and Jose Trevino. So, Emily, go ahead.
Obviously a tremendous performance by Musgrove. What did you see from him, and what were your guys saying about his stuff?
Yeah, it's like even when you know what's coming, this guy's got pretty elite breaking balls. I watched every pitch he threw in his last outing, and I was a little concerned just because of the sharpness of the stuff, and honest, frankly, the way he was commanding the baseball. I was hoping he'd have a not as good today as he was last outing, but clearly he was a little bit better. A lot of our guys knew what was coming sometimes and still weren't even able to get a swing off on some of his pitches. So it just shows you how good he threw the ball well. Clearly, it was we ran into a buzzsaw today that first time in their history. So hats off to him. But hopefully we'll come back and get Paddock tomorrow.
When you're on, when you're in a moment like that, in a game like that, in a situation like that, are there conversations taking place about we're maybe laying down a bunt, we're doing anything to get on base, and not to break it up in the hitter, but try to get back in the game?
Yeah, of course. I think and it was obviously a good game up to that point. It was still a close game. We were a couple, base runner away from, tying run being on deck, and I guess that's kind of the way it works. But yeah, it's when you can't get much going. He didn't. We had a few, I guess, moments. I think Solak's or Eli White's, leading off at the inning, where it got 3-2 and may have chased a slider strike three, but at that point, you're just kind of hoping you get something going to, break it up. And I felt like if we just broke up the no-hitter, maybe, it shows a little bit of a lot of guys when they get their no-hitter broken up, they, have to take a moment to kind of regather themselves. I was kind of hoping that would happen, but it never did.
Thanks, Ray.
Evan.
Hey, you had you just mentioned that you were frankly a little bit concerned. You sounded before the game like a man who had some concerns. You almost prophetic.
He's good. Yeah, I was concerned because the kid's got a great arm, and the way he's got really good stuff, and he's made some adjustments over the last couple of years that show what he did today. I mean, he's got elite stuff where he can miss a breaking ball in the middle of the plate and still get a swing and miss, or honestly lock up hitters. The spin on his balls, I don't know what the analytics say, but he's good. He's got good command. He's got a good mound presence about him, and obviously I don't want to give him too much credit, but he deserves it today. Clearly, he was really good today, and he dominated us.
Okay, Jeff.
I guess Dahl in the ninth hit the ball really hard. Seems like that was maybe your best bet. That or the low ball before.
Yeah, I think Lowe's ball. Obviously, that was a rocket. Trevino hit that ball hard. I think Kiner hit a hard ground ball in 3-1 count to shortstop. Kim made a nice play on it. That was pretty much it. Honestly, there wasn't a whole lot, and all it was the hit by pitch that got in the way of the perfect game. I don't know how many guys have lost a perfect game by a pitch, but no, it was impressive, really impressive.
What do you hope the takeaway is here for your guys?
I think on the pitching side, we did really well. Outside our Hara did fine. Obviously cut him a little bit short. I thought, his stuff was going down a little bit, but I thought, he's going to come back on 4 days rest for one of the first times in his career. So cutting him a little bit short there was, hopefully the next time he'll be, fresh. And honestly, the way Cody King, Spores, and Hearn threw the ball was, that's a bright spot. We look at that as a huge positive. All 4 guys came in, and honestly, this team's really hard to punch out. And they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7 strikeouts, over the last 4 innings. And just showed really good conviction in their stuff. Cody's slider was much better today. King's slider, his fastball was jumping on guys. So, that's obviously the positive we take away. And we got to come back and regroup tomorrow on the offensive side. Like, listen, it's not the first time a no-hitter's been thrown in baseball history, maybe for those guys, but, we got to come back and regroup and have quality bats from pitch 1 tomorrow. That's all we can do.
Thank you.
Other questions for Woody? Anything else? Okay, we have Arihara and Trevino on the way. Thank you.
Thank you.